Let's look at a practical example for how to use annotations and begin creating our own custom branding packages. I've pulled a short clip from our tabs project where we select the menu item. Let's begin by zooming in to 100% and then hold down the space bar and click and drag to reposition your window so you can get a good close view of the upper left-hand corner of the screen. Selecting items is a very common practice in instructional screencasts, so you have many ways to call attention to this action if needed. Strive to design your annotations so that they add clarity to your actions, but don't distract. Being consistent and deliberate with the visual language you create and how you employ it will help to establish your brand and set your screencasts apart from the crowd. Begin by adding a shape annotation onto your canvas. Since we know that all of the shapes within a particular tab are roughly the same object, it doesn't matter which one you select. I'll drag this triangle shape in from the urban styles. Then, from the Properties Inspector, change the shape to a rectangle and set the fill opacity down to 0. Then change the outline color to a color that's going to complement the rest of the work that you're doing. I'll choose this nice orange-yellow color. Then set the thickness of the line to something that you think may work. We'll try 10 pixels first. Then position the object over top of where you want to select. Then deselect to see how it looks. That halo feels a bit too heavy, so let's select it again and then decrease the line thickness. We'll try 3 pixels. When we deselect and look at it this time, it looks like that halo is a little bit too thin. So let's one more time select it and then increase the thickness. This time we'll try 5. You may need to reposition the halo to make sure that it fits right over top of the region that you want to select. That looks more in balance with the rest of the page. Continue making refinements until you feel that you're getting close to something that will work in many situations. When you think you have it dialed in, save your customization by selecting the object and then clicking on the Save Style to Annotations button that's at the top of your Properties panel. This will automatically create a new custom shape for you inside of your user style. Experiment with making some of your own annotations. Create a circle annotation in the same style and then make a version of both the square and circle sketch annotations that look the same as this one, but will animate on screen. Here's what I came up with for the animated rectangle. I changed the color to the same yellow-orange color and then matched the thickness to 5 pixels. I also increased the draw time to ½ a second to speed up the annotation. Here's a quick tip. If you're having trouble getting the square to change to a rectangle shape, try holding down the Shift key on your keyboard as you begin scaling one of the corners. Since shift dragging a shape generally locks the scaling into a uniform scale, when an object is locked, it's always uniformly scaling. The Shift key releases that lock and allows you to distort the object as you scale it. The circle works in the same way. Remember to stay consistent and deliberate in your design choices, adding emphasis without distraction as you build your own custom branding packages of annotations.